You bet.
All right, ladies, in now, we're talking sports.
Yeah, Astros middle game against the Cardinals. Garrett Cole on the mound, Carlos Correa back after missing 50 games. He had a big night. I'll show you those highlights from St. Louis. Plus, 100% healthy heading into this season. The expectations are very high for running back D'Onta Foreman. Why he says he's ready for it all next in sports. Garrett Cole has certainly positioned himself as a Cy Young candidate with what he's done this season. A 6-0 record in his 10 starts prior to tonight. Game 2 in St. Louis. He hopes to get the Astros back on track after a 5-3 loss last night. So the second game back for Carlos Correa after missing 50 games. Last night he was 0 for 4 but had some big defensive plays. Tonight he got it going at the plate. An RBI single there in the first inning to go up 2-0. But that wasn't all. Third inning, bases loaded. Correa delivers big time. A grand slam, the first of his career, as the Astros take a 6-zip lead early. Garrett Cole was great as usual. 7 strikeouts through 7 solid innings of work. Gave up just 1 run. But fast forward to the bottom of the 8th. Correa gets a little banged up as he stretches out to make the play here at second. He would not return in the 9th. Aledmus Diaz pitch hitting for him, but still the Astros go on to win it 8-2. Third day of training camp for the Texans, but the first full day in pads. Always an exciting time for the players, but especially exciting for running back D'Onta Foreman, who doesn't take a single practice for granted. It's critical offseason for Foreman, and he hopes to rise to the occasion. Ari Alexander has more.
After the first day of pads, the running backs, Lamar Miller, D'Onta Foreman, and the rest, no injuries, looking healthy, looking solid, but it's going to take much more pads and much more camp to determine who's going to get the bulk of playing time behind Miller.
I have high expectations for him. I think that he's a talented guy. He's from this area. I know he wants to do well.
That's Bill O'Brien on D'Onta Foreman, and coming off a rough Achilles injury, the former Texas Longhorn star is ready to make an impact for the Texans.
As far as like my Achilles and my body, feel a lot better. Conditioning, pretty good. So, everything is just clicking, everything is rolling.
With no Alfred Blue and a cadre of rookies and guys with a lack of experience behind Miller and Foreman, D'Onta will have to live up to Bill O'Brien's prospects for him.
I just think that he's got a chance to be a really good football player, and I think if he's healthy and consistent and showing up day to day and putting the work in, he's got a chance to be good.
Foreman's not the only young guy battling for playing time. Josh Ferguson and undrafted rookies Karan Higdon and Demarie Crockett are putting in work too. Crockett is up to do whatever it takes to earn a spot.
Coming out here to practice every day, I'm just trying to grasp everything, my job on special teams and the offense. And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to help the team however I can and just be the best teammate I can possibly be.
And while there wasn't much hitting or separation on day 1 of pads, there are plenty of chances yet available for this room to show what they can do. With the Texans, Ari Alexander, KPRC Channel 2 Sports.
Thank you, Ari. Rookie offensive lineman went to work in pads and in the Texas heat for the first time. Titus Howard is getting work at multiple spots on the offensive line as he begins his NFL career. The coaches feel like he's ready for it.
He came back in shape and did a nice job in a conditioning test, and so he was able to hit the ground running there in early training camp, get his feet up underneath him, and we're moving him around a little bit. Most of the time he's inside, but he played some tackle today.
I want to be versatile. I feel like being versatile will help the team in the long run, and I just want to do everything I can to win.
Well, the month of July hasn't been kind to the Dynamo, winning just 2 of their 6 games ahead of tonight. So they were looking to even their series with the Sounders after losing in Seattle earlier this season. It was Space City night at BBVA Compass Stadium. The Dynamo celebrating the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. Things were scoreless through the first half. 59th minute here, the Sounders would score the lone goal of the game. So the Dynamo dropped their 10th game of the season. 1-0 is the final.
Man.
Texans back to work tomorrow morning. What I'm trying to figure out is how hot is it going to be there at training camp, because I'm going to be there.
Go early in the day.
It is 9 a.m. So.
But I think he'll be okay. I mean, it's not extreme heat. It's just our typical July heat, which I guess you could term extreme.
It's extreme.
Most people do,
Yes.
Well, let's take a look at the forecast. Get Lainey ready for her work day tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're looking at about 74 degrees. That's at sunrise. So 9 o'clock, I'm going to guess closer to about 80 degrees, Lainey. And then noon, around 90, 92, give or take. We've got scattered showers out there, 30%. So there will be some rain-cooled areas here and there, but most of us are going to be dry.
All right.
right.
Hot.
Thank you.
And hot.
That weather
Yes.
brought to you by Eric and Lane.
90s, 90s, 90s.
We
I'll
see
bring
a
an umbrella.
pattern. Wishful thinking for sure. Thank you for joining us. Saturday Night Live is next.
Have a great night.